Hi friends, welcome to CR Digital Classes. In this video, we are going to discuss about qualitative research and quantitative research. So what is qualitative research? What is quantitative research? So qualitative itself, the name itself we can understand, it will not be in the form of quantitative. Quantitative means some number, some amount, some quantity. So, but in case of qualitative, it is not in the form of numbers. It is in the form, in the other form, other than numbers, non-numerical. We can understand. Maybe about the behavior, maybe about the emotions, feelings. All those things will come under qualitative research. For example, we want to know about the behavior of the people once they will be coming with any of the news or any of the other things. You can understand the behavior of the people when they listen about the news, any tragedies. So the behavior will be changing. Initially, they may want to go in the flight, but they came across a news where about the flight crash. So immediately the person behavior will change. The thought process will be changed, and sometimes also cancel his travel wherever he want to go. So this is the behavior. So this will not come under quantity. This will come under qualitative research or training of the staff employees or training what is the consequences, whether the training impact is there on the employees or not. Such type of things will also not come under quantitative. Or maybe the customer satisfaction. This satisfaction cannot be measured in the form of quantity. So this type of researches comes under qualitative research. So qualitative research utilizes unstructured exploratory techniques like group discussions, in-depth interviews, which are dependent on small samples to further analyze the problem. So this type of research helps in determining attitudes, opportunities, problems that are prevailing in the target market. So this is about the qualitative research. So other than numeric, that is non-numeric or which will not be in the form of quantitative. Now, what is quantitative research? The name itself, it is, we can understand, it is related to some numbers, some quantity, some level. So this level of amount comes under quantitative research. So quantitative research utilizes deductive approach wherein it strives to develop the facts, make predictions and test hypotheses. So it is useful in collecting information which can be measured whenever required. For example, some of the people, that is 20 people went for the weight loss reduction. So weight loss program. So from here we can, the number 50 people maybe or 20 people maybe went for the weight management program. So the impact was there for 15 people, remaining 5 people there was no change. So this we can understand very simply because it is in the form of the quantity, it is in the form of numbers. So now let us understand what are the differences between quantitative research and qualitative research. So with the different basis, each basis. For example, study purpose. If I take the basis study purpose, what is the difference between qualitative and quantitative? So they say that in the basis of study purpose, it focuses, the qualitative research focuses on the ideas, positioning strategies, whereas quantitative research will be analyzing the characteristics of the target market and making the strategic decisions about the marketing. If I come with the basis of nature, it is the qualitative research is the subjective and quantitative research is descriptive. Then if I am coming about the focus, that is the basis of focus, it reducing the negative aspects of consumer behavior and to improve the marketing strategies. This comes under qualitative research, and if in the same thing it is in the quantitative, various promotional inputs of the consumer and also facilitate marketers to predict the consumer behavior. Example, people will be giving advertisement. So due to the advertisement, the sales is increased. Okay, so this will be, we can take it in the quantitative research. Then data analysis. So in the qualitative research analyzed by researchers and behavior sciences experts, because it will be not in the form of quantity. So what we try to do here, we try to codify the qualitative research into quantitative, then we try to understand again, decodify that. So that will be helpful to to understand the research in the qualitative. In quantitative research, the data is collected first by the field force and it is retained by the researcher for the purpose of coding, tabulation, and whatever techniques are required for analyzing the data, it is analyzed, then therein we get the results. So sampling methods, it consists of small or non-probability samples. The finding of this research are not considered as representative of the universe in case of qualitative research. In case of quantitative research, it consists of large probability samples. The findings of this research are considered as representative of the universe. Representative means out of complete population, out of total number, some of the few will be acting as a representative. Like when we are cooking rice, we don't test each and every grain. We test only few grains. In the similar way, we take few of the people as the samples. Those are called representative of the complete total number. And types of questions and data collection methods. So here in the qualitative research, it is open-ended, unstructured questions. Methods are interviews and focus groups. In case of quantitative, it is closed-ended questions and also consist of predefined possible responses and experimentation in order to test cause and effect relationship. So this will be cause and effect relationships. Then alternative names. Qualitative research, we say it as interpretivism, and quantitative, we say it as positivism. Then ethics. So when we are doing any work, we should follow ethics. In the similar way, in research also, we will have ethics of obligation. So qualitative research, if we talk about the ethical obligations, welfare of the participants is very, very important. Using, when we are collecting the data, especially, we should be very, very confidential. We are not supposed to reveal or disclose about the data, whatever we have collected. That is the first ethical principle we have to follow. The research are carried with cooperation of the participants. So first of all, we should explain our participant, we should explain our respondents why we are doing this research, how it is helpful to the society. Then only the respondents will be showing interest, and whatever information we require, we get the genuine information. Then there are three fundamentals of research ethics. They are respect the participants, and benefits of the research must increase to the participants, and justice, that is benefits and risk should be equally distributed. So as I informed, we should explain the research, the purpose of research to the participants or respondents. Then we should respect the respondents, the participants, whoever are involved in the research. And also we should be, both should be mutual benefit. The participants as well as the researcher, both should be having mutual benefits and both should be equally made justice. And the welfare of the participant is very, very important. So it is not like the participant may face consequences as we are involving them in the research study. They may face consequences physically, like health problems. For example, we are testing some of the medicines. It should not harm the person. So we should take care of the welfare measures of the participant, and it is used in collecting information which can be measured whenever required. And the researches are carried with the cooperation of the participants. Then in the process of data collection, through in-depth interviews and focus groups, the researcher must acknowledge the participant regarding the aspects like privacy. As I told you, the information given by the respondent should be very, very confidential, and we should ensure that is privacy, and it should be communicated. He should be clearly communicated the purpose and objectives of the research, and he should ensure honesty and confidence. He must ensure the respondents that the findings and results will be shared with them. Once we have done the research, we should share the results to the participants or respondents. And he must get approval from the respondents about their readiness of the participants in the study. So everybody, the respondent should also get the approved. They should be ready to give information. They should be ready to participate. Then he must give assurance to the participants regarding the consideration of their feelings and egos. Self-respect is very, very important. We should protect that self-respect for the participants as well as the respondents. Then quantitative research. In the quantitative research also we will have the ethical issues. So here the quantitative research includes initial selection of the appropriate study, then preparation of hypothesis, sampling plan, data collection, statistical analysis. So as we discussed earlier about the research process, for every research we should follow a proper systematic process. So part of that, even we will be preparing the hypothesis. What exactly is the hypothesis? Presently I am giving simple understanding about the hypothesis. Later you have a separate description about the hypothesis. So here hypothesis is something assumption or the statement we try to pass so that we need to prove the test may be accepted or rejected. For example, I may say there is no impact of social media on the youth. This is my statement I am passing. Now, after doing the analysis, after studying about the youth only, I will come to know whether there is a social media impact is there on youth or not. So, until unless I may be knowing from the different sources, but I am not supposed to disclose, make a statement that there is an impact. Until unless I do the study with the help of different techniques, then I'll come to know really where is there is a impact of social media on the youth or not. In the similar way, the other research also we frame the hypothesis. So this hypothesis will be the base for doing our research. Once we complete research process, we come to know whether this statement is accepted or rejected. So that is called hypothesis. Then sampling plan. What is the plan for sample to collect the sample? So I may be taking sample size depending on my study, depending on the population. Population means total number. For example, I want to check the college students, engineering students of Telangana. That means my population will be treated complete students of engineering of all colleges existing in the Telangana. That is my population. Sample means I may be taking few of the colleges, 5 to 10 people from each college or 5 people from each college. That is my sample. So here sampling plan. What is my sampling plan? Before starting the research, I should be very clear about the sampling plan. Then data collection. Then what are the statistical tools required? So we should also select what are the tools we are using. Then ethical issues in quantitative is objective, defining the problem. Then research design. What exactly you want to know from the research? We want to understand from the present research without objective. That is what our intention. Without there is a clarity, no clarity about the objective, we cannot do further steps. So first we have to be very clear. That is, what are the objectives? We have to study on the objectives, not beyond the objectives. Then defining the problem, understanding very clearly about the problem. So defining more, if we are able to define more about the problem, we will be having more clarity of doing the research. Then research design, the plan or outline how we are going to do the research. Then ethical issues will be manipulation. Sometimes the data will be manipulated, which is not correct. The people of 10 may be giving yes, we may be making it as no. No, that is not accepted. That comes under unethical. Then inappropriate analysis. If we are not doing proper analysis, that also comes under unethical. So ethical issues in quantitative research are manipulation. Sometimes we may be doing the manipulation of the data which is not accepted, and inappropriate analysis. Inappropriate analysis, the analysis whatever is done, it should be relevant to the data. It should be relevant to our research study. So this is about the qualitative research and the quantitative research. So hope this video will be helpful for understanding the qualitative research and quantitative research and the differences between qualitative research and quantitative research. The same thing will be expected in the examination, the question, essay question. Thank you.